What's up, YouTube? Guess what I made? A big Wonder Radio collection. That's right. This is big. All Wonder Radios are on right now. By night I have to turn them off, which is a pain.
Under clear skies, Nebraska City Route 71.
All of them work.
And Red Oak, Iowa 70.
This one sounds like this. Oh no, that's the version. Sorry.
It's the region.
This one sounds like this. We had a total dozens of weather radios on. I think I forgot to one off last night, but it doesn't matter. It's one of those it didn't have a weather alert. These are the stable. These are the only weathers that are the stable. Here's Hermione, or Harmony, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's cute. It still has the WM300 in the G. They're just over there. Long way up. Oh, just fell. Nah. Oh, that's my bow. Oh, it didn't break. I landed. That was odd that I landed up, but I probably lost all my diamonds. They're just an AliExpress. And they only have one set. Got 1, 2, 3, 5 dozen weather radios on. The WF400 has a separate per hour service. And then also you can see back there is another weather radio. It's a version 2 WR120Z or version 1. I think that's the version 1 right up there. And version 2 still wants to scroll. Wait for it. I'm not planning to get any batteries for these radios. I said what I mean by scrolling. Go in events and put edit events. That's the scroll. Registration message. Administration message. On. This one is abbreviations. I'll tell you an example of one. That you might be more familiar with. TOA, Toyota Watch. That's the abbreviation. It's a 100 weather radios. It feels like 100 weather radios on. But unfortunately, we have one rare casualty. That isn't a death or anything. A casualty means if I could go weather radio paradise. This is weather radio paradise. It's this weather radio. Due to because its volume is so loud, like it goes on high volume, it's going to drown out all the other weather radios. So that's why it's going to be out, so it's made permanently. That's why we're gonna stay in service. It's just like I need to find a new Lithium for it. So I need to find one more walkie-talkie. Another walkie-talkie. I'm planning to get one more of those yellow walkie-talkies. The I need another model number for this, so let me disconnect the power. Also needs to get new Lithiums because one of my chip blade had a leak in it. The LXT630PA. I'll probably get another one of those. Weather radios. I also like the battery stand a lot, so I'm gonna get a bonus battery stand with it. I do like the cold version too. Running by did leak, unfortunately, so we don't know if it works or not. So, yeah. Plus, my room looks a lot cleaner, but this is permanent. But I have it in a walkway, but I'm putting it. I avoid to walk safely. And you like this new antenna? I got the idea of it having the antenna look like this from the Radio Shack. You see this? This is actually an attachment you can attach on Radio Shacks. I got that idea from that Radio Shack to do that cool trick, but it needs to be a kind of screw. I might need some parts for it, but it works.
Be needed through Sunday.
It's getting something, you know. It's getting something. It's better than having a stub and pretty much every phone to make fun of. So everyone 20. So don't actually make fun of anyone. It's not nice in general. Don't make fun of anyone. Real fake. Don't make any real fake friends. Don't make fun of anyone because it's mean. It's just not nice. Also, you notice one of my shelves are missing. We had other renovation with my room. Also, you notice that's been up there for a while because it's inaccessible. And here's to take some of my money. Don't tell anyone about that secret. Keep it a secret between my channel and you guys. Yeah, well, room tour, but this is still on the cleanup attack. But this is my favorite tie so far. Yeah. If we ever have another video alert, it's gonna get very noisy in here, so Weekly Test Wednesdays, I recommend turning down your volume on Weekly Test Wednesdays. Like, I will give you a volume warning in the video for sure. Ahead, and then when the buzzer goes off, it's a broadcast, it'll be this is on PM mode. And it's a little ahead. And I do not plan for that to be a little ahead on backwards, basically. I'm ahead by a few minutes on backwards. But that's a 6.9. I'm just like 10 minutes behind. I was not planning for that to happen. I was actually planning for something else to happen. I decided we had time, and sure enough, it just says the correct time, but far away. This is funny to me. I've tweeted these realistic weathers. Yes, they do sound creepy together. Especially with that weather, the brown realistic weather back to. I'm planning to get full for one of these. I actually was going to get full for one. Not Thrift Ford, and believe it or not, there's a Thrift Ford out there in Missouri. There's actually two in Missouri. One's an older building, one's a newer building. The newer building one is in St. Joseph. There's also a Goodwill down the street from it. I think if you turn left, it's down the street nearby it. The Thrift Ford had one of these realistic. I was going to purchase it, but it's not easy. Well, behind the scenes there. Yeah, it didn't even work either. I believe the speaker was blown. Or maybe it's just because the channel was set wrong, I don't know. Because it has KC something, is something KC something. I don't know that number for the KC station in Missouri. I had that happen before. The KC station came on, like, clearly you can hear it. Happened twice actually. Once it happened when KC someone had it broken, had to go off there for some reason. And the second time, some random glitch happened. It did set off one of my red rails on accident. The 310 when it was in service back in its day. I missed that thing actually. I always have the 40 and the 10 still. And I always have one that still has a cool siren sound. I don't like the 10s a lot of time because it's kind of boring. It needs to sound like this weather radio, but it's cool that they flash the strobe, flash the flashlight. And also the EO10 always has a backlight, but I get why. And also I wish it's rechargeable, too, the EO10. But I get why they don't have a backlight, and I get why probably they did the way they did things, have double A's. But you can make it rechargeable easily by putting rechargeable double A's in there. Yeah, 3 rechargeable double A's, which you can buy them at Walmart, or Target, or anywhere that sells batteries. I feel like you can buy any rechargeable, but you have to buy a rechargeable system. But sometimes they become Androids is the common one. And I see some Androids that are rechargeable banks at thrift stores, some old ones too. And you guys saw a Radio Shack AAA rechargeable power bank. And you can find them on eBay, but I'm not gonna go to your local thrift store for that because eBay have a price system. But anyways, yeah. I watch SpongeBob from my iPad usually, so that's when the TV's off. I was gonna play a bad episode. This is a nice room setup, but I'll probably put these on a shelf someday. And these are gonna get really loud. If there's a lot of like I'm telling you, down your volume. Unless I somehow get it too late. Because here's why, these vibrators are pretty loud. They're real loud. They're always gonna be on, except for at night. And maybe one might be on at night. Maybe I might do is put the W120 stay get this little fellow. My first ever ever pulled W120. I'm sorry for breaking it on accident. I like you a lot, W120. You're my favorite. This one right here in particular is my favorite. This particular W120 is my favorite one. Not that legendary one. That's a one right there. So it's indicating that it's the first weather radio. I'm playing the just maybe. I do have another W120 downstairs, but it's only going to be on display mode because it's an emergency radio. Unless it's an emergency, it's going to alert people. Unless it's a power outage or something, it's going to go on voice. And also this W120 right here, I'm going to make it a secret emergency W120. And the version 2 will help out too. But however, if there's a power outage, but the power outage has to be multiple days. The W120 will go out of service before the W100 version 2. And then I will take the battery to the 400. But this W300 right here, I'm actually gonna try my best to replace batteries or put it onto power supply right there. I might put this on a generator. Not a generator, I mean a emergency bank. Like I might actually get another water radio or something. Because I want this W300 to stay in service as long as possible. But I understand with storms, it's not going to go out of service permanently if there's a storm and the power went out and the batteries died on it. I'm planning to get something for it. I'm planning to maybe even put rechargeable batteries in it. Don't recommend doing that, but it might be my last resort. It might be my last resort if I can't find anything to work with it. Because it's cool, it's nice, but it needs something to spice it up. I might get rechargeable AAAs, a pack of them with a rechargeable center. And this one might stay in service for a while. If the power outage is brief, this is like a brief, say like when I'm gonna turn off the lights. Say this happened. Like power went out, maybe I just turn off the lights. Now you can have the lights are back on. Big brief like that, no whatever it's gonna go off this. Maybe some might turn it off briefly. If it's like so quick enough that the lights. Also, maybe on my birthday, I might get an exit sign and something mounted up there by the door. And also, emergency light, which I put up here. Both are generic, but however, one's made by California, and they claim it's made by Showlights, but it's really made by Philips. Yeah, Philips, but really Jimmy made it, I guess. The company's called Chamon or Jimmy. I don't know which two Chinese companies made it, but it's actually a pretty decent emergency light. It's like a square. If I recognize probably know the ones right, the Philips made also. It's Philips, the same Philips as Magabox, I believe. I believe it is the same Philips. They also made TVs, Magabox, Philips. They made TVs, they made weather radios, they made radios itself, alarm clock radios, DVD players, they made all kinds of things. And you still can find Magabox batteries at all these. And we finally have one in Omaha, formerly a Big Lots. If you don't know about my Big Lots video, yeah, it still looks like a Big Lots inside. The firing panel is still original. The firing system's original. The announcer is still there. It's still a Silent Night system. Everything's still original. But other than it's all these colors, and they replaced some of the exit signs, which, to be honest with you, that's actually okay by me. They replaced it with some pretty cool exit signs, actually. So they got the light pipe combo. They're a white pipe. Basically, they're generic, but for like design fans and Final fans, they're generic, but they're pretty cool. But actually, they're pretty decent if you have them in a certain place. And I think in Ollie's, it's a good idea. And Ollie's actually gives a take. Two lights that I've been to were formerly Toys R Us. One was a little Babies R Us and a Toys R Us combo, and then the other one was just the Toys R Us. And yeah, they're both from Missouri. That's the nearest one was in Kansas City, Missouri. Now Nebraska finally has the first Ollie's, and someday I will do a store tour someday, just to show you what it looks like. But the audio will be muted. Just give you a heads up when I do the store tour, because they play very loud music. And some of the shopping carts, actually all the shopping carts but this one, Wink Wink, Ollie's, Blizzard Watch is very Ollie's, Big Lots is very, Big Lots shopping carts. Big mistake here, but maybe, but I didn't actually steal it, like, it was all the way outside the building. Had a mask in there, a little mask in there. A disposable mask. Because it didn't have a disposable diaper in there, that'd be disgusting. But I probably had disposable diapers, like, buy, like a dirty diaper, like somebody baby was in there at one point. Every shopping cart at one point had it. But they also have all these shopping carts, too, so... Yeah, I'm glad that all these came in Omaha, finally. But... I'm actually surprised that the Big Lots became in Ollie's. Really, I am actually pretty surprised, actually. I was also surprised when that Big Lots, there was another Big Lots that closed. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. But it was it's actually in the Nebraska Furniture Mart in Omaha. Nearby the Nebraska Furniture Mart in Omaha, actually. It became a Ross. I was not expecting it, but they replaced the whole file-on system. But they still have an A&AD, it's just white now. It used to be red, but the red one had some problems. I think the panel had some problems. They used to have a system sensor mass, and once it's system mass, and a lot of spectacular advances in the system. Probably Final fans in there. And now they have L series. The older L series, not the new one, not the LED kind. That's actually out of Costco, and there's a new Costco in Omaha that's in the development area. They have LED L series and Goodwill that's in any part of town, so I might record that Goodwill someday. I might try to become more first though someday. I'm planning to do that. But that Goodwill wasn't usually how much. The first outdoor thing I felt was a tie, which it was actually kind of rare. But other than that, that was the first time I went to that Goodwill. It was two, by the way. It's a nice Goodwill with lots of Dollar Trees there. I think there's other restaurants and stuff. It's a pretty cool part. There used to be old Elkhorn, but now it's Omaha. Elkhorn and Omaha bought out. It's like Millard. There used to be Kmart's back in the day. I remember one Kmart. I remember one particular Kmart that, but I remember two actually. I went to two actually, but the middle one called years before the bankruptcy. But Kmart was always struggling. But like in 1999, they were struggling. It's 1999 because of Walmart and Target. Boo them. Just kidding. I like Walmart and Target. They're cool. They're cool. Don't worry, guys. I do like Walmart and Target a little. They're cool. I like Target a little more, but now I'm leaning towards Walmart now. Because Target's renovated. I don't like the renovated ones. I like the older ones. Dollar Tree Marketplace is still original. Because they just renovated another Target in Omaha. With all these, they renovated that Target, which I was not expecting at all. It was kind of still older. It's an older Target. It had interesting models for sure. But I miss those Targets that had the neon, but Hellbell Street does neon. It's white neon I'm talking about, that I grew up with. And then the Papillion had some neon. I think it had the restroom sign was in neon, but they replaced it years ago. Before they renovated the Papillion one and Bellevue one. Both Final Systems, the Papillion one's original. The Final System in Bellevue is completely replaced with wheel lock devices that are LED. And then there was one in formerly Spectral Classics, by the way. They were all Spectral Classics same amounts. So now they are L series. Both locations had. Other one was Wheelock, Western Spectral Classics. Then the other one was L Series, replacing Spectral Classics and the old Crossroads. It actually was connected to the mall back then when it was open. Back in golden days. Actually, I remember it even being open. I remember nearby the Bikes and Bites. I remember that. And these are Spectral Classics back in the day, but now they're L Series. But I prefer the L Series over the Wheelock devices and Target, to be honest. I don't really like the Velvet Target that much anymore like I used to. It actually is pretty old. School looking. It was a small Target. It's not that big of a Target, actually. Prevailing was a Super Target. I actually had the old Super Target logo back then, but they took it down. The first one, they took it out because of a storm. A nasty, devastating storm, but they did not destroy the building, they destroyed the sign. But I don't know if they actually did do damage in the building or not, but made some minor roof damage. But the building is still intact up to this day, doing well. It's probably still one of my favorite Targets, even though they renovated that Target. I kind of still like it, because I still feel like I'm at home. It's nostalgic to me, that particular Target, because I've been going to that Target since I moved to Papillion. It's a pretty cool Target. And there was one in Davenport, Iowa, that had a chance to old school sign, the old school Super Target sign. But I've never been to it. I've seen pictures of it. I don't know if it's renovated or not these days, but I'll see for myself someday when I go to Davenport again. But I've been to Davenport, Iowa, just to take a picture of something pretty cool. A college that I thought was kind of cool. It's named after me. St. Louis University is called. Shout out to you guys if you go there. But my favorite Target out of all the Targets, I like the Ocean Marketplace because they kept the original still. For right now, I feel like they are good with it. That one next. I think that one's next on Chopping Block, which I hope to keep neon. But I'll get on to it. Also, there's another Target that's neon that is a real old school Target. It's being connected to a mall. It was around for a while. It had the old school entrance, the very old school entrance. It's not a Super Target. Believe it or not, it is in Norfolk, Nebraska. There's a Target there. That's pretty cool. I might actually record it next time I go to that Target. And even the mall. The mall's unfortunately kind of dead. It's kind of dingy and dark there. There used to be a Sears there. I thought it was the old Sears area. It's pretty dark where the Sears area is. It's nasty dark. But it's a pretty dark mall. But I like the most is... the Targets back in the day. I grew up with. And now these things... I remember the smell of popcorn. I actually was around when that happened. When I was little, I remember the popcorn machines until up to 2020 before things... I remember even eating inside of a Target, I believe, at the Starbucks. At the Ocean Marketplace Target, that one we went to a lot. Yeah, so many good memories. There also used to be a Best Buy, now Ross. But Ross is still open, it's doing good. But it's actually the first Ross in Nebraska, I believe, and the first Five Below is also there too. Formerly something else, I think it was a flower shop or something. But really, it's a nice little place, Ocean Marketplace. It's not really little, it's a big place. Ocean Marketplace is nice. But before I end this video, I'm going to say this. Be good to your white ribs and don't do drugs. Anyways, that's it.